Oh, right in the middle. This is a white oak monument barrel. It's an 18-inch SPR profile, special purpose rifle. Monument will say, it's like a shape of I have got to just document what I just have been going through. This is my Tika 6x47 Lapua. It shoots amazing, and I've won little local matches with it, like bench press style stuff. PRS, I'm getting better. I'm still kind of new at it, but it's been kind of a finicky little thing, and I haven't really even admitted it, but it's just been kind of a frustrating thing because as you all know, as you reload, you want to see or set the shoulder back 1 to maybe 2 thousandths, just to kind of give some space for it to feed better. I've just constantly had an issue with really all calibers, but this one especially. What I did was I originally had 400 brass for my 6.5 47, and then I ended up taking half of those and sizing them down, and then we learned we needed to turn the necks down, and I borrowed a neck turner, and I did 100 at once, and I borrowed it again and did another 100, and I think the setting changed. Didn't even think to measure it, but so basically, if you can see this, actually I'll pick this up. There's 50 exactly in this case. I had issues feeding about half, and it looks like it's exactly half, so I'm thinking one of the 100 of my 200 647 brass didn't get the neck turned enough. Now, I will say, the last match I had, they all fed perfectly. I had 70 rounds, and they all fed perfectly. Last night, I went to a match, and I did very well, but half of them or so, I had to beat the bolt handle forward really hard, and it hurts. So, not wanting to go to this match, there's a match this weekend I'm going to, and it's a big one. It's 140 rounds, 2 days, 14 stages of 10 shots. I didn't want to go and have a broken hand by the end of it, I actually have had one time I grabbed the wrong magazine. It was my friend's, and he had a 6.5 Creedmoor, and I was shooting a 6.5 47. It didn't work out very well. They're longer, so you can't see it. You can't put the bolt all the way forward into battery. But anyway, what I've been doing to kind of keep it short, semi-short, I'm actually done. I wish I wasn't done yet to show you, but all 200 of these, I put in a magazine, and with it on safety, and point in a safe direction. So I don't recommend you do that at home, but I looked at the brass really carefully. I put it in the magazine, and I tried to just feed it, just like I was shooting fast, back and forth, back and forth. And the ones that they go forward and stop. They'd stop about the length of the neck, short. So I'd pull them out and I'd put them in a separate pile. So just the ones that I couldn't put in a battery, I'd put in a separate pile, and then I just kind of look at them, and I noticed that just the very tip of the neck was kind of mushrooming, like it was coming up into the chamber, and it was like peeling back the neck. Not that sounds worse than it is, but just barely, like I could almost just deburr it and it would be fine. It was just a slight little bit. So what I did, this is super redneck, but you got to do what you got to do, and I'm probably going to start with new brass next time, but I literally chucked up in my drill my rounds, and I'm not going to do it because this one doesn't need it. I literally just filed that little mushroom down, and I kind of just turned the necks again. I didn't go crazy, and I didn't take a whole lot off, but I wanted to show these 10 were in the pile that I couldn't feed any of these at all. And I haven't done this yet, so this is kind of, I'm having a little faith. I figured it out. I kept thinking I had to bump the shoulder back more, but I was doing it 1 to 2 thou. It was like 1.5 or 15 10,000ths. I was just getting crazy. I couldn't understand what's going on. And last night, I actually had to brag a little bit. The first place person in the match was actually a friend, and he used my gun, and I got second place, and I used my gun, so it did pretty well. But he was like, "What the heck's going on with your gun?" Like he couldn't put something in the battery, and I thought, I don't know, there was something in my chamber, or maybe my die slipped and I was sizing, and I couldn't bump the shoulder back enough or something like that. So I've actually been kind of worried, like wondering about this for a long time, and I just now figured it out. And I'm headed to the match tomorrow, so good timing. I'm really excited about that. I figured it out. So I'm probably, after this match, I'm gonna either scrap the brass or I'll just turn them again and make them really consistent. This has been a great learning experience. Honestly, I don't regret having a chamber that needs turning, but I will definitely never do it again. It's just a great learning experience in that I can, I've done it before. I understand the concepts better. I understand more about using bushings and all that stuff. So it's really been a good learning experience, and I just wanted to pass it on in case it might help some of you guys. Let me know if you have any questions.